Hey, United Country fans, this is Emily Pond with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine, and I am at 96 Houlton Road in Island Falls. I'm going to show you a really great home today. This 1896 Federal. The home is 3 to 4 bedroom with 1.5 bath. It's on zero point 0.3 acres. A few things I just wanted to point out. First off, they have actually put new siding on this home since they bought it. They tried to keep the integrity of the home so that it still looked, kind of like it would have back in the day, but they've really done some great improvements to it. The garage has a brand new roof. It's got new siding. It's been jacked up and leveled, and it's got brand new planks for the floors. The roof on the house was done in 2018, so the roof really on the house isn't really that old anyway. And I just wanted to take a minute to show people, because I know there's a lot of people out there like me that really like the flowers and that dress up a home. This one has already got a lot of the bulb flowers. There's daffodils, and I believe there's some tulips that come up in here, and so you've got them all the way across here. This home is on town water, but it has a private septic. So kind of got the best of both worlds here, because you're not going to have to worry about your water situation, but you're not going to have to pay for septic. So let's take a look inside. All right, so we're going to come over here and take a look. This is the door to the basement, which we'll go down and take a look at that here in a few minutes. Here we've got a half bath with a laundry area. So they've got an entryway here. When they bought this place, this was actually all one open area, and they've sectioned it off and added this room and made this into like a coat check area. Then you can walk out onto the deck. I wanted to point out, like, some of these light fixtures are really pretty neat. There's all kinds of really different light fixtures throughout the house. They use this as a bedroom now, or you could use this as an office. This room is 10 by 10. And something that I really kind of liked about it is the barn door on that. And I love the rough boards that they used on the walls and to create all this, just because I like that kind of stuff. It makes it look kind of country, and I like it. Here we are in the kitchen slash dining room area. It's all like one big open area, which would be great for, if you like to entertain. And something I wanted to point out is it does have or not all of them, but in a lot of the rooms, it still has the original hardwood floors that obviously somebody took the care to refinish and to maintain. And I love that about this home is, you've got the hardwood floors, and you've got the really neat light fixtures, and then you've got the rough boards over here that make it look rustic. And like, I love this home, honestly. They added this island here, and it's got some benches under it so that you could sit up to the island, like kind of like a breakfast nook. And then you've got your stainless appliances with a nice gas stove, good size refrigerator. This really is just a nice big open area. Here we are in the living room area. And this area is approximately like 14 by 16. The main heat in this house is hot water baseboard, but then they also have this wood stove, which actually, would probably provide a majority of the heat. It's just maybe upstairs you might need the baseboard. So, you could use this as one of the primaries and then just use a hot water baseboard for, like I said, for upstairs. And just like in a lot of old homes, you've got some of these neat little nooks and crannies, and you've got some, drawers over here, and just the kind of things that you find in the neat older houses. This is just a little, sitting area that they have out front. It's nice and warm out here right now. They actually built this little bench in here, so you could sit out on the bench and read if you wanted to. But that's just a nice little area to hang out in. All right, we're gonna go take a look upstairs, where we have 3 bedrooms and a full bath. Here's one of the first bedrooms. I mean, you'll notice that it's also got the hardwood floors in here, the original hardwood floors. This bedroom is about 12 by 12. Here we are in the full bath. So this is actually a really good sized bathroom. I would say, total area, it's probably 12 by 12. This is like a really, really neat, this is something that I like, this bowl that they've got for the sink. You've got a stand-up shower, which is like a 48-inch shower. Uh, and then you've got built-in shelving over here. So just overall, it's a nice roomy bathroom with, some upgrades. This actually used to be, um, the entrance to the bathroom was actually, you had to walk into that bedroom and come into this bathroom. So they walled this off, and then they put a barn door here and just made it so it was self-standing and you didn't have to walk through any other room to get to it. Okay, so we're going to go in here and take a look at the second bedroom. This bedroom is about 12 by 14. This panel over here is so that you can get into the plumbing for the shower. So you've got this panel here that you would open up to be able to get in and work on any of the plumbing on the shower. This would be the third bedroom. This is about 12 by 12. They added this wall here because at one point this was kind of all open, but there wasn't like a doorway, so it was kind of just all open without a door. So they added this wall to like make sure that it's like its own entity, with the doorway and everything. So we're gonna go down and take a look in the basement. As you can see, the walls of the basement are stone, which is how they would have done it back in the late 1800s. Dirt floor, but they've also built this up, and you can tell that like it doesn't get wet enough to come up above any of this. This is all, this wood looks good. So obviously it doesn't seem to get that much moisture. I mean, you're going to get a little bit that's going to come up through this dirt, but in the times that I've been here, I haven't noticed any large pooling or anything like that. And you can tell, like I said, from this wood that the water does not get up to the point that it's ruining this like floor that they put down. And I also wanted to point out that obviously at some point the electrical has been upgraded, because in the late 1800s you more than likely would have had knob and tube electricity, and there is no more of that present, and it's got just the regular, and it actually looks like it's not super old electrical box. As you can see, this tank here is fairly new. This place also has central vacuum. They haven't been using it, so they honestly can't, attest to if it works really well or not, but it does have the system in it. According to the previous disclosure, basically the other seller that had it before them in, I believe, is 2020, had all of this replaced, and like everything but the fire pot was replaced. So like a lot of this is all new parts and pieces, and so it is in decent working condition. As I mentioned before, this is on 0.3 acres, so it's just about a third of an acre. And they've got this nice deck out here that you can sit on and kind of look out over the forest. And they do have a decent backyard out here. They've put this fencing in here so that they could put a garden in. The soils here are good for growing crops. This is on a paved, town-maintained road. What I'd also like to talk about is we are not very far from the ATS trails. You can take your four-wheeler or your snow sled and get on the trails just down the road here. So we're really close to the trails. If you hop back on the interstate, which is just a little over a mile to the interstate, and you head back south at the Sherman exit, which is about 12 miles south, you can get to the north entrance to Baxter State Park. And just a few miles down the road here, we've got Pleasant Lake. Now, Pleasant Lake is a larger pond, and it's actually, it gets to 63 feet deep. So it is a warm and a cold water fishery. You can fish landlocked salmon, bass, trout, perch. It's really a great fishing lake, and it's deep enough for water sports. And then you've also got the Mattawamkeag Lake and Little Mattawamkeag Lake that are close by. So you've got several bodies of water that you can, go and fish at or do your water sports. And then you are, 12 miles down the interstate, you can go get on it on and 12 miles going south, you can get to Baxter State Park. So really, this place is great for just about everybody, because you've got your ATV trails close by, you've got your bodies of water close by if you like to fish, and There's plenty of land around here, lots of land that you can hunt on. You've got just a little bit of something for everyone. As I mentioned in the beginning, they've done, quite a few upgrades to the outside of the home. And this garage, when they bought it, honestly, it was pretty dilapidated. Um, they put down all new planking for the floors, and it's a nice thick plank. And then they put this ramp here so that, because obviously they like to ATV, so they can just leave right from here and go to the trails. They put all new siding. They did all new roof. It's been, it's been really renovated nicely so that it should last for many years. And when they bought it, it was probably on the verge of falling in. As I mentioned before, we're, not far from Baxter State Park. So basically, if you get back on the interstate and you head north, you're about 30 minutes to Houlton. And Houlton has a Walmart and has like a lot of the big box stores and, some things that you can need. And then if you get on the interstate and head south, the next kind of bigger town would be like Lincoln. And Lincoln does have S.W. Collins, and it's got some other places where you can buy lumber, for like home improvements. And then the next like bigger town city would be Bangor. You're about an hour and a half from Bangor. You are almost 3 hours from Portland, and you are about 4.5 hours to Boston. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of our videos, please hit like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Just to recap, the asking price on this home is $275,000. Yearly taxes are $2,018. This property sits on 0.3 acres. The entire home is approximately 1,600 square feet. It is a 4-bedroom, 1.5-bath home. Thank you for joining me today in Island Falls. If you'd like some more information on this property, please give me a call at 207-794-4152.